another episode of our Ladypreneur series. Our special guest this week is not just a successful Ladypreneur, she's actually a very good friend of mine, so I'm very excited to have her here. She is Zainab Opeloye, the creative director of Tosho Woods. Hey. Hi Zainab, it's so good to finally have you. I've been chasing you everywhere to get you to sit down with me. Finally. Okay, so the name Tosho Woods, you know, the first time I heard Tosho Woods, I actually thought it was unique. And I was wondering, so where did the name Tosho Woods come from?
Tosho Woods, Tosho is my middle name. I added Woods to it, just a spicy surname.
And it sounds
it's then like a pseudonym now, and I've always been Tosho Woods. It was my own pseudonym. It had nothing to do with a business. That was about 14 years ago, 15 years ago. I've always named myself Tosho Woods. When it was time to register a business name, and my dad asked me, so what should we register your business as? I'm like, Tosho Woods. It was just simple.
Really? So even before you started the business, you already had the name Tosho Woods?
Yes, I named myself Tosho Woods.
Okay, so tell us a bit about you. We really want to know a bit about you. A bit of your background, growing up.
Well, I'll say a very important part of my life is my mom's work. She works as a fabric merchant, a wholesaler. She's always sold laces, at least for about 25 years now. Growing up, going to her store during the holidays, my major activity was just to look at patterns on the fabric. I would just look. I would look. I would do competition amongst the fabrics and name one the winner. So I always looked at the designs, and it was, to me, it was a way of training my eye. So over the years, I've trained my eye to spot a good fabric, and that's a key part of my job, especially in the bridal business. You've got to hit it with the fabric.
Tell us about your brand, Tosho Woods. What is it all about? What do you guys do?
Tosho Woods is a brand that has evolved over time. Starting out wanting to be a ready-to-wear, mass-produced dresses, and gradually we trim down our expectations in line with demand and supply. We trim down our thoughts based on my strengths and weaknesses. So we sort of had to fine-tune the business yes, and somehow the highest strength was in the bridal aspect. In fact, people sort of saw it in me without me noticing these things. So it was demand that really pushed. It was demand that pushed
that niche of the market.
Yes, it was the need for bridal from us that pushed us into the bridal, and then we've been very comfortable and we've enjoyed every spot of it.
Oh, so right now, is it only bridal dresses you do?
Well, it's a major chunk of the business, the bridal aspect, but it's bridal and occasions. At the end of the day, weddings are a very big part of our day-to-day activities.
Our culture
in
Nigeria.
Yes, our culture here. Weddings are very big, so whatever the occasion is, it's usually tied to a wedding, a naming ceremony, Thanksgiving, those, not weddings only, but ceremonial outfits. Yeah, that's a big part of our business. Yeah.
Because I've seen some of your outfits on Bella Nigeria and trad wear, so it's traditional attire as well.
We've managed to break our business into different areas. We have the bridal, that's the brides. We have the bridesmaids, friends of the brides, they fall in this category. We have trads, where people end up bringing their fabric to us, is either a shredi or just beautiful fabric you like, Ankara, and then we make something traditional out of it. We have the Tosho Woods woman as well, who just wants to wear something glamorous, sophisticated for any event or occasion. So we've broken it, but at the end of the day, the most important point is we make occasion dresses, not workwear or some other particular dressing. Not sure. They have to be occasion based, whatever the style is. Yes.
Okay, so how are your educational background? Tell us how
okay. Yeah, education background, I studied library, archival, and information studies in University of Ibadan. I grew up in Ibadan as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
She's almost Ibadan.
Some miles away from Lagos. But yes,
They choose to say,
yeah.
well, we Lagosians, we know ourselves.
A few miles away. So really, I grew up in Ibadan. I went to University of Ibadan. When I was done with my BLIS, that's what it's called, I came to serve. I went to serve in Port Harcourt. I had an opportunity of serving in an investment bank, and it was an amazing and an eye-opening experience. I saw another world, a separate world from that which I'm accustomed to, of investing. I saw a world of saving. I was able to think clearly what I wanted to do with my life and how I wanted to achieve some things. I could see powerful people, as in knowledgeable people, more like it. I admired that life, and it was really the starting point for my thought process. Before then, Tosho Woods has been alive since university days. By my 300 level, I started the business. And yes, it was a line of Ankara, really. We did Ankara skirts, and people patronized me. It was amazing. I had financial independence as far back as then. My parents were amazing, I must say. They've been extremely supportive people, but you know, having that extra cash that your parents did not give you is just amazing. You can just, as far back as then, I could walk into a store and impulsively buy a few shoes and bags. My friends had to think, had to save, and that was not the case for me. I could buy shares. I was doing that at that time, but by the time I started serving, it was a major eye-opener, and I told myself, no, we're not going to do business that way. I'm not going to go and give clothes to a tailor, because at that time I outsourced all my production. I would just buy fabric and get someone to get it made and sell to be a fashion designer. So I always got no's. I got a lot of dull shots at me when I asked questions from my tailors. I want this to be done, and they're like, it's not possible. I heard a lot of it's not possible, and that annoyed me. I needed it to be possible, and the only way it's possible is if I learned it myself, or gain the knowledge to make it happen. So with that in my mind, the experience I had in Port Harcourt, I put it together, and I'm like, I have to be serious about searching for schools online. Before then, I had identified the London College of Fashion. That was in my final year when I was writing my thesis. I had googled up a lot of schools and put together some things. But again, yes, when I was serving, I met a fashion designer. She made clothes for my boss at that time. She went to London College of Fashion, and I was just intrigued what pants they were like, finished abroad. I'm like, what is this? I spoke to her. I never met her face to face. This was mostly phone chats and conversations, and she told me about the courses she took. It was amazing. It changed her life. I was very impressed, so I thought I needed to do this. But fast forward, I got another job in Lagos.
Because I was going to go there. I knew after you said you actually worked.
I got another job. Yes, it was an investment bank too, and I was working in the research department. It went along with my library, archival and information studies, and I love economics quite a lot, so it wasn't that difficult to get into that because I was the economic analyst, research analyst. Of course, you have a bit of training here and there. You have your bosses, mentors guiding you through. It was amazing. In fact, the first maybe 1.5, 2 years of complete research was amazing. I did not think of fashion for a while. I knew I would go back to it, but I wasn't really thinking of it. I love the world of investing, finances, everything was fun. But gradually that love for fashion started creeping into my mind. Okay, fashion, how are we going to do this? So I went back to this research. These schools, what do they have to offer me? So I took an entrepreneurship course in the London College of Fashion, how to start your own fashion.
Did you leave where you were working, or how long did you stay for?
Okay, no, I stayed for a little over 2 years. At this point, I took leave, about 3 weeks. No, about 4 weeks leave, and did this course abroad, came back to work. then I just needed to know if it was something I could do. This even made me more ginger to want to study fashion. So I started tidying my ends, trying to get my visa, just studying, trying to plan towards studying. So I took time off work. This time around it was a leave of absence. I wanted to resign, but the company rather granted me a leave of absence so I can, if I want to come back. After a lot of we dragged it back and forth, you know, they didn't want
So this time you want to go to learn the
I wanted to
design
resign so I could.
So but what you want to go for? Initially you went to learn about the entrepreneur.
Yes,
for sure.
Every day, just how it works, how fashion design works, and how owning your own label works.
Okay.
So I wanted to know if I could do it, if it's something I was still interested in, if it's something I have to make a life-changing decision to live the 9-to-5 life and, you know, transition into fashion. So I was sure after that course that I was going to do this. Then I left my job. Initially, as I said, it was a leave of absence for a year. If things didn't work out, they wanted me, you can come back. But you know, I was
Lucky
my mind was made up. I wasn't going back, even if things. In fact, there was no other way for me. I had to do fashion. So that was it.
Okay, so if you were to speak to any young person out there who currently has an employment and obviously has this dream to do some sort of business endeavor, and most people are definitely not going to be as lucky as you were to get that permission to live for a year. What would you have? What would be the key thing you need to tell the person before you make this transition, before you take that step, or you know, what would be that word of advice?
The major advice is you have to keep your support system. You have to be honest with yourself. Is it a like? Is it a flair? Is it something you love? Is it something you can do tirelessly and work tirelessly at? Is it for the money? Is it for the glamour? You really need to be honest with yourself. If you want to make a difference, if you feel as if you want to make yourself, you want to make it worthwhile. And everybody wants to have money at some point, but it's beyond that. I never thought of money or saying, oh, I want to be a fashion designer to be rich or something. No, I wanted to be a fashion designer. Particularly, I wrote them down, and I don't know if I still have that book. I wanted to employ people. I wanted to have this factory. I wanted to create employment. I wanted to do something about the naira. I wanted to strengthen it. Yes, those are the things I was thinking as far back as UI days. I just wanted to make a difference. So really, you have to have a real strong purpose. That's purpose, as strong as it is, you're going to come through a lot of obstacles. So strong purpose, I would say strength of purpose is key. So once you've told yourself once you've told yourself the truth, key, then you need to get other people to believe your truth. You need them to buy into your truth. Some other people must believe your vision, because at some point or the other, you are going to need that extra push or pull to get there. So somebody else is doing that, and that's your support system.
Because obviously in this business there will be those times when you'll be like, what have I gotten myself into? And
yes,
you don't have that support system in place, obviously.
Even if it's just to keep your head in check, you need to have other people thinking with you. So you can't be you can't be an island. Just make sure you do those things, and that's the starting point. You commit. After you're done with that, I believe in the power of committing everything to God. The power of prayer is amazing. Take everything and take it to God. Take it firmly. Articulate what you want and be clear about it, and tell God what you want. In His own way, He would redesign them for you. Because what you want sometimes is not totally good for you, but God will redesign and rearrange. He is the master executor. So I think once you're done with that, you would have a successful business.
Yeah, that sounds like a very deep one. Okay, so when you went to the UK to do designing bits. You went to learn how to actually do proper designs and all of that. Tell us about your journey as Tosho Woods from the day you came back. From there, how did you grow the business? I know you said earlier that you had transitioned over time. Initially, you were supposed to be doing ready-to-wear and mass production, and then you moved into different places. Tell us about your business journey now, from the day you came back, how you started, and progressed to where you're at today.
Yeah, the key thing is when we are planning, when you are doing a business plan, even if it's a sketchy write-up, we do our big plan. Sometimes many of us don't do a good job breaking it down into baby steps. So that link between your baby step and what you've written down, that's like that's the most important thing. Yeah, that's strategy. So when leaving fashion school, I came back here and to Nigeria, and I couldn't do anything really. There was a gap. The kind of fashion that's being done that I learned was standard sizing, standard clothing, and stuff like that. But most of the things you can sell easily here as form-fitting dresses, and occasion wear are bespoke or made to order. Okay. Made to order means that a particular design has been pre-done by you. Somebody orders it in a size, you can fit it to the person's actual measurements. Now there's a different way of constructing those clothes. Okay. The ready to wear has been done. Many of those clothes are not fitted. They can one size fits a number of different. Yes. So I didn't really get to that point where I understood that there's a difference between this system and that system.
So what did you learn?
I've learned how to make general clothes. I've learned how to make blouses, loose fits, all sorts of things. And I'm here and people want me to make tracks. People want me to make those bespoke blouses and skirts, and I'm like, oh my god, it's not working. I tried them and it was just not working.
Okay, so tell us about the business part of it, because most people want to start a business and they believe, okay, in 6 months I'm really in cash and I've not just broken even. How long did it take you to even break even? And then how long did you start making profits? What were the challenges along the way? What have you learned that you can share with people who are trying to go into design?
Breaking even.